Welcome to the Lakeside Fantasy Podcast, where we don't have the answers, but neither do the experts. All right, guys, week 4, how do we feel?
Wait, quick thing before we dive into it. I know we're going to try to make this a quick episode, and I'm already throwing this off the tracks. Kyle, when you do the 3, 2, 1 thing, I just think of the iCarly
That's what
theme
I'm doing.
song.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah,
I'm doing. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like we should have like that song playing in the beginning or something. I don't know.
we might get a little copyrighted, but that's an old
Yeah.
show. It's fine.
No,
It's fine.
yeah. Well,
No one's gonna tell on us.
Mhm.
what is it like 100 years until music is no longer copyrighted from like when
I
it's
think
created or something like that?
there's a Talladega Nights quote, but with advancements in medicine, there's no reason to believe that we're not gonna make it to at least 300-400.
Okay.
So.
So we just gotta wait 100 years.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to, yeah,
Pretty
Yeah.
soon.
and then we can use it.
Yeah. That's
We'll get
a plan. I like that plan. To answer your question about how I'm feeling after week 4, poop. I am 3rd and 4th in scoring in our leagues, and I am 1-3 in both.
That's how it
Just let that
happens.
sink in. Just let that sink in for a second here. 3rd and 4th in scoring. 1-3. So,
Yeah, you got to play better defense. Can't let teams score that much on you.
Yes. I got to
Yeah.
improve defense for next year. I
Yeah.
think this was a good week, though. A good week of games.
Yeah, it was. I'm also
gonna pull
kind
up
of feeling.
Go ahead.
I'm also feeling kind of poopy, Kyle. I mean, in our redraft league, I'm looking at the standings right now, and I have the poop icon next to my points allowed amount. I feel
They
like
actually put icons?
Oh yeah, yeah they do, and then
It's the weekly summary.
well, not
That's
the weekly
amazing.
summary, just in the standings.
Oh,
Just like your team. They've assigned you the poop.
It's next to the points allowed. So like teams have scored the most against my team, which I feel like happens every year. I mean, it just might be me saying that, but like I feel like people always have good games against me. So I'm feeling your pain, Kyle.
It's very frustrating. I have the most points scored against me in the keeper league.
In the keeper league?
It hurts. Yeah, in the
Nah.
keeper league, I have the most points scored against me.
No, I have it. I'm looking at it right now.
No, I have it.
No, I have it. I have almost 600 points scored against me. You're at 580.
I don't see that. I see 506.
Are you talking about Dynasty?
Oh crap! I am talking about Dynasty. I said the wrong thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
all right,
I was a little confused.
Yeah. All right. Oh my goodness! I'm looking at the other league. You do have almost 600 points scored against you.
It's just how it happens,
Brutal.
and I mean.
But you know what? There's something to be said there, though. I think that this actually diverting us back to this podcast. Like, if you're at this point in the season and you're looking at your standings and you're like if you're ready to hit the panic button, like you're 1-3, you're 0-4, you're 2-2, whatever, and you're like kind of freaking out. Look at your standings, right? Because if you're seeing that you're scoring a lot of points, but there's just a ton of points being scored against you, maybe you just want to weather the storm before you start selling all your players. Because I feel like we have pretty decent teams if we're scoring in the top half of the league, right?
Yeah, you definitely can't press the panic button. I mean, you're not able to play defense in fantasy, so if you're scoring points consistently, then you might not have to change anything, and it's not a you problem. But
it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna call out any specific members, but there's a specific member in our redraft league who I feel like always gets the easiest schedule.
Interesting.
If you look at their points allowed,
I'm gonna
I
do my
think
research.
I think you might know who I'm talking about.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
They might have 100-point difference between me and
Yeah,
them.
yeah. All you listeners out there, weather the storm. Stay strong. If you're consistent, you're gonna be golden. You just gotta wait this out. Or maybe you have horrible luck and you shouldn't be gambling anymore.
Yeah.
One of the two. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're
I
like
asked myself that question.
if you're like me, you probably shouldn't even play fantasy. I mean, it's not even worth it anymore. But
You wanna
that,
go over hot takes real quick? Go
yeah,
ahead,
we
though.
can.
You can say that. Say it quick.
Well, no, that got my mind off. There's meatballs in the kitchen. I could take my punishment. I've waited a couple weeks. It's time for me to take my punishment. So you guys can keep talking. I'm
I
gonna
like
get
that.
I'm gonna get my meatball real quick.
Good. Do it.
Nice.
Do it. Do it. You better be getting hot sauce for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think
like
the punishment was eat a large meatball.
the hot. Yeah. Like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. So, I guess we're gonna watch Matt eat a meatball for Did he pick correct? What was his pick? What did he say? I have it written down here. 20 plus. Did Justin Fields get 20 completions?
Wait,
That's the
they
big one. That's the big one.
it's looking like. Oh wait, no, this is it's the previous week.
So he said hot sauce on 20 plus completions. So if Justin Fields had over 20 completions, he's taking hot sauce. He didn't. He had 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said Mooney would have his day, and I guess this counts.
That's kind of crazy. I was looking at this like box score during that game, and I was like, wow, just spoke that into existence.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. I was just like, sooner or later he's gonna have his day, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Giants are as good a bet as any.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about Herbert? I know you have Khalil Herbert on your fantasy squad. Up, down after this game? Like, what are you thinking? I feel like everyone like rushed to the waivers, like number one waiver ad. Are you feeling confident about starting him in the future? Or?
Yeah, like as long as Montgomery's not in, I feel comfortable starting him. I mean, I do have him in our league, and it's more because I don't have many players that I want to start.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't like take out anyone you can rely on for him, because I don't think he has the top upside. But if you're in the
Yeah.
pinch, maybe Montgomery went down on your team, definitely get him, definitely start him.
He is like looking like a dynasty like steal. He's looking real good. Whenever he plays, he looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's very talented, good runner. And I think it's Montgomery's contract year. And I'm
That's
not sure
big.
if they're bringing him back.
That's
He's
big for
not
dynasty.
fitting.
Yeah.
So
I have a question for you, Matt.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you look at the Bears Giants box score at all?
No, not closely.
Okay.
But
Are you worried at all? Do
am
you
I
remember
worried?
what you Do you remember what you put on the line here?
Ooh.
You said
Mm.
you would take hot sauce if Justin Fields had over 20 completions in the game. So you might be putting hot sauce on your meatball.
But that's why I brought the meatball in.
Okay.
I'll do. We'll count this hot sauce meatball for both of my hot sauce.
Well, you're safe because Justin Fields had 11 completions. I just wanted to scare you.
Well, no, I said he has to have at least 20 completions.
You said you're taking hot sauce if he has less than 20 completions. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, then you're taking hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm taking hot sauce.
I misread what I wrote down. I just wrote hot sauce on 20 plus completions. So you went under.
No, because I thought it was a hot take saying that he'd make over 20 completions.
Okay. Okay. Well, this episode just got good.
It got spicy.
It got spicy.
I let my girlfriend Alina choose the hot sauce today.
Okay.
I told her to be unbiased and random, and she chose 13 angry scorpions.
Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one, and it's hot too, though. But it tastes so good. It's like a barbecue sauce.
This dang background. I can't even.
Consumed by the lake.
It's too good.
Wait, can I?
Consumed by the lake.
All right. Yeah, this one's hot. This one's
Yeah.
pretty hot. I think
I wish-
it's the seventh
just-
hottest one in the kit, I think.
Yeah. I wish I had some on me. I would do some with you. I was wrong. I said Bears over Giants, and I also said Aaron Rodgers top 5 QB finish on the week. Wrong on both of those. Didn't put
Hey,
hot sauce on the line, but if I had some, I would do it.
if that Romeo Dobbs catch counted, I think he would have been on pace for that, for a top 5 finish.
I think so too. That's something I actually want to talk about. Did you see that catch or not catch, Connor?
Yeah. Just went
Catch
to
or
the
no?
ground and couldn't hold it.
Yeah, catch or no? Like according to the rules, no, right?
No.
According to the rules, no, it's not a catch. According to my soul, I think that is a catch.
Yes, my soul. That's what I felt. I'm like, how's that not a catch? He's
Yeah.
got control. He's going down. But yeah,
Because I'm applying the logic where, like, if the
get it.
ground
That's
can't
how-
cause a fumble, then, like, I don't know if the ground should be able to. I don't know.
Calls an incompletion.
Yeah, I mean, I get that he has to have control or show or like have a couple steps in order to show that he completed the catch, but like, I don't know. When you're looking at it, when you're just looking at it and you're just feeling, you're not using your brain at all. It's just like that looks like a catch. I don't know.
We're playing flag football. That's a catch every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Every day of the week.
All right.
it-
Anyway,
Yeah, we can talk about that forever.
yeah, I got my meatball here. It's got sauce on it. This is actually
That's
a lot. It's
That's
a
lot of
lot.
sauce.
I didn't mean to put so much on it, but like I'm not gonna waste it. So
It looks like like chocolate on there. That's what it looks like. Oh, that's too much.
That's a
too
lot.
much. That was way too much.
oh,
I'm sorry. Now we gotta ask you questions, like hot ones. Matt, what's your favorite color?
it used to be yellow, but now I'm switching to orange. I'll be honest.
Orange. Is that because of your car?
Has a little bit to do with my car. I've kind of always liked orange. I prefer like wearing orange
Mm-hmm.
or having orange things rather than wearing yellow or having yellow things
Interesting.
like a yellow car.
I agree with that. Do you have any orange work shirts? I'm trying to get these questions out quick.
Orange
Get
work
as many as I
shirts?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You have hiccups?
It gave me the hiccups, and I don't hiccup.
I love that. That's what I noticed though when I was doing those same ones. Like if you go right into it, like up to, like in the Scoville, you go to a 6 or a 7, it gives me hiccups like right away, and it tastes way hotter. It's way easier to do them in a line. Like start easy and then work your way up.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna linger for the rest of the podcast. So
I wish I had some. I would do some.
Oh man, this is the one that just keeps getting worse over time.
Yeah, it just lingers. Oh man. Big takeaways. Since we won't go through every single game, since we're just trying to get our 40-minute timeline in here, we're gonna try to switch it up and try to get to these 40-minute increments
Yeah, new
for our
format.
episodes.
New format.
Flip the wrong way. Okay, that's weird.
There you go.
We're good. I was surprised that the Seahawks scored as many points as they did, but it's very encouraging for like Metcalf owners, Lockett owners, Rashad Penny owners.
Would you believe that Geno Smith is a top 10, currently is ranked top 10 within the top 10 of fantasy quarterbacks?
Would I believe that? Like right now?
Right now, yeah, after week 4.
Yes.
That's
No. No.
it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what about you, Connor? What do you think?
Um, I would say yes. Seems like many quarterbacks haven't done as well this year.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's ranked number 9 right now.
Okay. Is that like total? Do you mean like total points scored or like going into next week?
Total points scored, like what he's
Okay.
done,
Okay.
like what
That's what I
all
thought.
the quarterbacks have done so far.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
which
interesting.
yeah, it is very interesting.
Yeah.
But like here we've been saying that Seahawks offense is dead. Don't touch anyone on this offense.
Yeah.
So what's
I
that
don't.
about?
Do you guys buy it though? Do
N-
you buy
No.
this offense?
It
I
it's
still
it's
don't.
against the Lions. It's against the Lions who I don't think know how to defend.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see. I'm gonna click right now. Lions games. They have allowed their last four games. They've allowed 48 points, 28 points, 27 points, and 38 points.
Yeah, they are they are ranked number 1 for offense, and they're ranked 32nd for defense.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. I
That's
love
great.
those. I love those rankings.
That's
That's awesome.
great for fantasy, though. I think any
Yeah, it
Lions
is.
matchup, like just start anybody.
Are you guys are you wavering Jared Goff or not using a claim, but just like if he's available, you picking him up depending.
Yes, I think I am. I think he'll prove to be a valuable quarterback, especially in your bye week. If you have someone who is just like the better option, who has a bye week, I think he'd be worth a stash to save him for that moment or in case any injuries happen.
Yeah.
I think he can be a reliable fantasy quarterback option this year.
I think adding Jamison Williams a little bit down the season might also improve Golf's production and just the Lions offense even more. Maybe not, but I think it will.
Yeah, I mean they didn't even have Swift or Amon-Ra this last game, and they still
That's
didn't struggle
insane.
on offense.
I didn't know that. I knew they didn't have Swift. They didn't have Amon Ra either.
Yeah, which is why TJ had his huge
Wow.
game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And
Yeah,
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds
Yes.
had a
Yeah.
good game, which I think Josh Reynolds could be worth a waiver pickup if Amon-Ra is going to miss any time. I think that's a good streaming option.
I don't even think you need to use a claim on him. I feel like he's probably available, right?
Yeah,
I
I
could be
don't
wrong.
know if yeah. I think there's definitely some more sought after waiver options this week. I mean, waivers already happened by this
Yeah.
point, so yeah, I'm sure you can probably pick them up still.
You guys see that Miami punter punt the football into the dude's butt? Was that this week or was that last week?
I missed it.
I think that
I
was
didn't get to
last
see it.
week against the
That was
Bills.
last week. I don't know if we brought that up, but it
What?
needs
I
to
don't
be
know.
brought up at least once. We did talk about that. I think we did talk about it
I
because we
didn't
talked
see
about
it.
like the Sanchez butt fumble. Maybe we didn't. I don't remember. But you should look it up on YouTube. Everyone out there, look up Miami punter punts ball into butt and do slow mo because it's awesome. Because they're like backed up in the end zone like real far, so like they don't have a lot of room to work, and he kicks it and it just hit. He just completely hits the football off the dude's like butt in front of him, and it's amazing slow mo video.
They won that game too. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah,
How about these Eagles? I'm sorry, but how about the Eagles? Right,
it was looking rough at first, but then they
pouring rain though.
turned it around.
Pouring rain.
The defense looks tough.
Defense looks tough, and they get hyped up every single season. We did make a lot of like acquisitions this offseason that obviously are going to be hyped up, but man, it's like really coming together. It looks like defense and offense wise, like we're looking like a really really solid team, and I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
Definitely good to see that. I mean, it looked like early, um, they were down like 14-0 in the first quarter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
It was
actually
looking
made the
rough.
pick that the Jags would beat them, and I was like, oh, this is looking pretty good for me.
Yeah.
But Eagles really just took over. It was pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah. And it was like a slightly sloppy game overall, just because like they're playing in pouring rain. So whenever that happens, like there were a few times when like the ball was kind of like fumbled, but like the own team like recovered it. Like I think Trevor Lawrence like dropped it, fumbled it, and then like picked it back up. It was one of those kind
Yeah.
of like sloppy kind of games. But
Yeah. And also, like, since it was raining so much, I feel like that's why they kind of relied on the run game so much. With
yeah,
Miles Sanders getting, what, 3 touchdowns this game?
I think
Oh, it was
two,
two.
and like 134 rushing yards.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that going forward just because I feel like since it was raining, I think they were relying on that run game more.
That was my next question.
But
Would you sell Miles Sanders high? Would either of you sell Sanders, or are you keeping him?
uh, it's a good question. I mean, I don't know who I would trade for that I could maybe get back. Because I don't think you're getting Austin Eckler anymore.
No. You still gonna you'd still rather have Cordero Patterson?
No.
Freezing cold takes.
Yeah, that was a cold
Might
one.
need a double shot of hot sauce on that one.
Yeah, honestly, I
Go get
deserve
another meatball.
punishment after that one.
Christian Kirk didn't have his 2 touchdowns. That was your prediction, Connor.
No,
Yeah.
not even
I feel
close.
like I kind of would sell Miles Sanders right now because I think his value might be the highest it will be with Hurts and like Gainwell like taking touchdowns from him.
Who could you get? Who do you think you could get?
That's a really good question. I feel like I'd try to flip him for another running back, right? Let's do a little
I
more
feel like there
analyzing.
aren't that many running backs this year.
No, I know. All right,
Like maybe
so
with Damian Pierce. Would you trade him for Damian Pierce?
I'd strongly consider that. But like I feel like the Texans are just gonna have games where they just get shut out. I don't see that happening to the Eagles, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't trade for
Okay.
Damian Pierce.
Though I think Pierce will get more of a workload than
Yeah,
Miles
so
Sanders.
it's
I
like what
agree.
do you
That's what he's
value
the.
kind of
Mm,
thing. Touchdowns or amount of touches, I guess.
Right.
would
Me
you guys trade him
personally,
for? Good, good.
I'm kind of like a volume guy. Kind of like seeing the opportunities, and then the more opportunities they get, maybe they break loose for a long touchdown run. But
Are we trading him for Dobbins?
I would. I think I'd rather have Dobbins.
I'd rather have Sanders.
I think they're very similar offenses.
Mm,
Like I think they're both explosive. They both have running quarterbacks. I think J.K. Dobbins has no competition in the backfield.
that's true. That is true. That's something like Miles Sanders. Like you don't know which week it's gonna be. Like Gainwell gets a touchdown. Hurts gets all the rushing touchdowns. Like, you don't know. Like Sanders is gonna kind of be like up and down. I mean, that's kind of what I think.
You're not worried about Gus Edwards coming back. Is he coming back soon?
I think he
I
is,
think he is. Yeah.
but I'm not that worried.
I'm kind of not either. Gus Edwards has looked good though.
Yeah. I mean, Dobbins hasn't even gotten his full workload yet, and like he's seeing some valuable opportunities. Like he got in the end zone twice, and he was only out on the field for 50% of the snaps. So I think his snap percentage will just go up the more healthy he becomes. So I don't know. I long term, like season long, I think I definitely like J.K. Dobbins more than Miles Sanders.
It's a tough one. That's a very tricky one. Like if I had that trade offered to me, I'd sit there and stare at it for a long time. And be like, what do I do? The Commanders came back to earth this week. I don't know if you guys saw that game. Cowboys Commanders. That was the when did they play? I think they played Sunday. I think it was a 4:25 game.
Cowboys.
Yeah, they played the Cowboys.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what I expected from Carson
Yeah, like
before
we're
the season
getting the roller
started.
coaster. Like his first 2 games, he combined for like 50 points or something like that, and then the last 2 games, he's got like combined for like 16. Like it's a roller coaster.
I feel like at this point it's a risky start to start anyone on this team, and I mean anyone.
You guys trying to grab Brian Robinson off of waivers? He's coming. I think he's coming back next week, and people are talking about, will he supplant like the lead back spot from Antonio Gibson? Like I've seen like some crazy takes.
It could be worth the pickup, but just on that potential. But personally, I think this is going to be a backfield that I don't want any part of.
I agree. Kind of agree. I mean, if you're really hurting for running back and there's just nothing out there, like maybe it's just worth a dart, but I wouldn't be counting on that. I
If
think
you
best
could,
case scenario is gonna be split.
yeah, if you could somehow like sell Gibson for something, then I say go ahead and do that because I don't see things getting better for Gibson, especially with Robinson coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're not buying low on CD Lamb anymore, though.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I remember the first it was the first or no, the first week that Dak got hurt. Was that week 1?
I think it was week 1, yeah.
Yeah, I said that this is CD Lamb's lowest value right now, and it turned out to be true.
Yeah,
So
for sure. For sure. I mean, I feel like he'll just improve when Dak comes back. I mean, Cooper Rush is actually like doing pretty well for them.
yeah,
They haven't lost with him, right?
no, they haven't. He's undefeated. Some QB controversy.
Yeah, I saw that. Those articles. So I gotta see the. Go ahead.
Michael Gallup came back.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he's probably a popular waiver ad. How did he do this game?
2 catches, 24 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay, so can't really rely on that, but I mean that's his first game back too.
Yeah.
Played 64% of snaps.
Okay, he might be getting like eased back into.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of screw this backfield too. The Cowboys.
Oh, dude, I don't. I'm an Ezekiel Elliott owner. I don't want it. I want to return it.
Yeah.
I just hate like I never know what to expect out of it, and when they get carries, I haven't watched many Cowboys games, so I don't know if it's like just all these yards are coming off of like a few big runs or if it's like pretty consistent. But like the yards per carry for Zeke is like pretty decent. Maybe not in this game, but like it has been. But man, you just don't know what to expect because Pollard has looked so explosive, and they use him as a receiver. It's feeling very much like a committee backfield, and I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want either of them, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a rough game for both Pollard and Elliott.
I don't think you're selling Ezekiel or Pollard to kind of anyone right now.
No.
Yeah, their value's so low. I guess if you have them, like what I'm hoping is just that like when Dak comes back, historically Ezekiel Elliott has played better with Dak and worse with anyone else. So hopefully that turns it around a little bit, but I'm not super optimistic about that.
Yeah. Speaking of players that I'm personally never going to sell on. Kyle Pitts. He had his, what did I say? He had his one okay
Mm-hmm.
game. Now he's going to get you a
Mm-hmm.
couple games of 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's just painful being a Kyle Pitts owner, and you can't do
Yeah.
anything. You literally can't do anything in this situation. If you sell him, what are you gonna get? Maybe you could get George Kittle.
Maybe you can get Will Disley.
Maybe if
Maybe
you're
you get Will
lucky.
Disley if you're lucky.
I mean, you don't feel good even making those kinds of trades because like you probably
No.
drafted him with a high pick, third round pick.
Those are the
Like
players you're married to. Like you're married to them because their
like
value is way lower than what you paid for.
you have
Paid it
no
for.
choice but to ride and die with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I try to warn everybody. I try to warn myself. I still drafted him, but that was in Dynasty. It's a
No.
little bit different.
That's worse.
No, I feel like
I mean, I guess it's
Dynasty.
not worse, but like
I
you
have the
are
whole
actually
career
married
to.
to him.
Yeah, I have his whole career to just wallow in. But
It's brutal.
you're hurting bad if you're a Kyle Pitts owner this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, that's like I'm looking at the others. They played the Browns this week. David Njoku, 73 yards, 7 targets. Everyone's going crazy. I see David Njoku in some starting lineups in our leagues. Like, you guys buying this? I don't know. I'm still on the fence, and I'm still on leaning no, because every single year he's on a waiver at like column every single year.
If I wasn't so gosh darn stubborn, I'd be starting Njoku over Kyle Pitts. But the pain of Kyle Pitts scoring 20 points on my bench is far greater than the pleasure of Njoku getting me 10 points.
Yes. I like that philosophy because I would be of the same mindset.
And that's another reason why you can't even trade this guy. You know you trade him, he's gonna blow up and you're just gonna wanna go to bed.
I think you're completely right. But you did have a correct call, and that you were saying Cordell Patterson, old, get hurt. That came around. That came full circle. Now it might
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, I put a claim in for Tyler Algier, in any league that I didn't have him, because like here's the opportunity you want to see. You want a rookie running back to have. Now he takes this opportunity, does well with it, and he could be getting like 15 to 20 carries every week from this point forward. He's already looked really good. He had 10 carries for 84 yards in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth a pickup when a starting running back gets hurt.
I think I even took him from you, Kyle. And
Yeah, you
the
did. We
one
were the
league.
only two people to put
Yeah,
claims
I was
in
like,
for him.
there's gotta
That's
be.
crazy.
I'm not gonna get this guy, and then I did. It's crazy.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get this guy. And I woke up and I went, oh, I didn't get this guy. And then I saw, oh, I was one of two people that put a claim in for him.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
I had
want
to
to
lose him to
drop.
somebody. I'm happy it was to you, Connor.
Dude, I don't want to drop anyone on my team. I would
I
be
know.
making
I
moves
know.
in the waivers, but I can't.
Yeah,
I added
not expecting too much from him, but like if he does blow up, it's gonna look pretty good.
I'm kind of expecting, like, I feel like my bar is set higher than other people just because like we've already seen him do pretty well, and I don't know. I like Cordero Patterson's doing really well with the Falcons. I don't see why they can't plug in a young, talented rookie running back who everyone was pretty hyped about and get similar results. I know they're not the same player and they're not going to play the same way, but
Yeah.
worth a pickup.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that. I mean, on the flip side of the old, because sometimes injuries just happen. Javonte Williams with
It's
the
brutal.
torn ACL and LCL or whatever.
It's so
It's
brutal.
rough.
I've been seeing people saying, "Go get Mike Boone. Everyone go pick up Mike Boone." And I'm like, Melvin Gordon's still here. He's old, but he's still here. And he still plays well when they give him the opportunity. So I'm more of a Melvin Gordon kind of guy.
Well, I think people are taking into account that Melvin Gordon fumbles the ball whenever he gets it.
He also has been like limited in practice with some injury. I don't remember what it is, but there is some valid like uh, there's a valid point to picking up Mike Boone, even though Melvin Gordon seems to be the one that's going to get the first opportunity. Because do you think Melvin Gordon's going to last an entire season? I don't know. Probably not. But how many people can really stash someone like that in their bench? Maybe if you play in ESPN and you don't have 2 flex spots like our league.
Yep.
We can't hold anyone.
An offense that I'd like to talk about, that I frequently talk about, I feel like, are the Steelers.
Yes, dude, George Pickens looks good.
George Pickens
looks so
looks
good.
looks real good. This offense is about to look hopefully a whole lot different with Kenny Pickett at the helm.
For sure.
I don't know if you guys watched Kenny Pickett at all, but he looked pretty good. He made some pretty
Yeah, I
good
caught the
throws.
end.
He did have 3 interceptions. 2 of them were tipped passes where both receivers had it in their hands and it got tipped and intercepted. And then the 3rd interception was a Hail Mary. So
Okay,
I think
that's interesting. That's something you don't see on a box score or a stat sheet.
exactly. The throws that he's making, it looks pretty nice, and I think this is going to be a refreshing start for this offense. And I think everyone's going to benefit from Pickett being the main guy there now.
Mm-hmm.
I think George Pickens suddenly has some value there. And Deontay Johnson will continue doing Deontay Johnson things. He had a 40-yard touchdown that they ruled out of bounds by like literally like a centimeter. Like it
Wow,
was so close. Um,
wow.
I'm expecting this offense to be better.
I don't see how it can be any worse. And
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think you can buy low on Pickens right now because I think everyone's kind of hyped on Pickens. Um, I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet and I'm like looking at Claypool. I know Claypool's like available in some leagues. This is not an encouraging stat line for him with 2 targets for 0 catches, 0 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Either of you guys liking Claypool at all with this potential offensive upgrade?
I'm not touching Claypool with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, I don't think I am either. I'm just curious.
I think Pickens and Deontay Johnson and Freiermuth are the only pass catchers that you want from this offense. Claypool could have his game, but he won't have multiple games.
Yeah,
He's
too unreliable. Couldn't trust him week to week.
Exactly.
he's he's interesting to me because like we've seen him like play very very well in that he has these huge plays and you're like when you watch him play and these catches you're like wow this is a really talented receiver like, this dude's good but yeah I agree with you guys you just
I think he's
you
really
can't trust
talented.
him.
Yeah, I think he's really talented, but like he's it's clear that he's not the focus of this offense. Like they
Yeah.
don't want to pass towards him, I feel like.
Yep.
I mean, one of the passes that he dropped was one of the tipped passes that got called for an interception. So, and that
That doesn't help.
that he's six. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". That was against like a 5'9" safety,
That's not good.
and
Yeah.
he couldn't have come down with that. I was kind
Uh,
of shocked. A player that I'm liking
Garrett
more
Wilson
and
didn't play quite as well in this one. I don't know if you guys saw that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I felt like we knew that he's going to be up and down. It's
Yeah.
not going to be consistent performance from a Jets wide receiver. I'm liking Brees Hall more.
Are
More
you?
and
He
more
got
as
that game-winning touchdown.
yeah. Yep. He's getting more carries than Michael Carter. It's becoming a lot more involved in the offense. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He'd be a like not that you can buy low on him, but like I would just like buy Brees Hall.
You would pay adequate value for Brees Hall.
I think I would.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
I
PPR,
might
he's getting
rather
6 targets again. Pretty good.
yeah, I think I might rather have him than Miles Sanders.
I think I would do that swap.
Yeah.
Especially PPR. I just like how he's getting so many targets every game in the receiving aspect. Because like this game, he only had 2 catches for 12 yards, but he had 6 targets on top of his 17 carries. Like that's gold for PPR. That's like high floor gold. A lot of games, a lot of games. Trying to think of like big stuff for us to talk about. Josh Jacobs had a game.
Sell him.
144. You selling him? He had 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 28 carries. I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him. I've always been a Josh Jacobs fan, though.
Yeah, you have been. I haven't been a hater or a fan, but I I don't see this happening every game with him. I don't think
Definitely.
that's not a likely outcome, I feel like.
No, I like his volume though. Like week in and week out, he's dominating this backfield. Like Zamir White's not even slightly cutting into his work. No one's cutting into his work.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of carries. He's getting a good amount of targets in the receiving game. Like he just seems like such a big part of this offense that if you're a volume kind of guy, Josh Jacobs is looking like a nice player.
Um,
Rams look bad. I'll just say Rams look bad.
I think their O line is pretty bad, right?
Yeah, well,
That's what
that's what
I've
I
been
mean.
hearing.
Like Stafford just gets sacked over and over and over again. I was watching that game yesterday. I think it was it yesterday? What day is today? Wednesday.
Well,
2 days ago.
yeah,
I was watching it Monday
Wednesday.
night. Man, I'm just like, what happened to the Rams? I mean, Cooper Cup had a game, 14 catches for 122 yards. They definitely force it Cooper Cup's way. Every game I see, they're forcing
Yeah,
it to Cooper
Yeah.
Cup.
dude, get this. He has 100% snap percentage for all the games this year.
That's insane.
He's not off the field. He's like a quarterback.
That's insane. Jeez. I feel like they would have really benefited from still having Odell.
I think they would, yeah.
Yeah. I guess maybe in the future they might bring him back, but
I
it's
think that
just
would be
looking like
smart.
only Cup so far.
I know. It just seems like even like some of the interceptions I've seen like earlier in the year. I don't know about this game, but some of the interceptions I've seen is like they're just forcing it to Cup, and that's very easy to read because they're forcing it to Cooper Cup
Yeah.
over and over and over and over again. At least that's what it seems like to me as a couch analyst.
Um, yeah, I'm liking what I saw from Debo Samuel.
Debo had his game. I think didn't you call it? One of us called that. One of us is
I
like, this is Debo's having a game.
I did say Debo's having a game, but I also said Debo's just gonna outscore everybody this week, which didn't happen, but he did have a game.
Yeah. Well, go get a meatball.
I don't think I put hot sauce on that one. um,
Did Brady get his receiving core back? I didn't see this game.
yeah, he got Godwin and Mike Evans back.
Okay, but no
And
Julio. Oh, Julio played.
he did.
He
Oh,
he was in the beginning. I think he tweak something again.
I was gonna say I don't remember it out there, but
You
that's
can't expect much from Julio, right? I mean, he's really good, but he's just these injuries are just
yeah.
you can't reliably trust him as a fantasy player. I'm not
No.
stashing him in any leagues.
Yeah, but encouraging for you guys who hold Tom Brady. I mean, he got his receiving core back. He's got
Mm-hmm.
25 points. That's very
Yeah,
encouraging stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
it's like we said,
encouraging.
ride the wave.
But like one thing that I worry about is it seemed like a lot of it was game script because they were down to the Chiefs by a good margin most of the game, so they went straight to the pass. So like I'm worried if that's just going to be because they were against the Chiefs. Um, they have a good defense and everything. Like I don't know how many games they're going to be down by that much, and Brady's just going to have to chuck it all the time. But
It's a good point.
Yeah.
25 points is 25 points.
Yeah, we'll take it. Man, I did question about this like game script, like what was going on because like if you look at the rushing stats for Tampa Bay, I don't know if you guys have it up on ESPN, but it's like brutal. Rashad White had 3 carries and Fournette had 3 carries. They had
Yeah,
6 rushing attempts. That's it.
Leonard Fournette had 3 carries for -3 yards.
Oh man.
But he also
But
had like a
receiving
good
though.
yeah, he had a good fantasy game in
Yeah.
PPR with
Yeah.
7 receptions, 60 yards, a touchdown.
This is another stat line I'd like to screenshot. So weird. 3 carries, -3 yards, and then like 15 fantasy points or something. More.
Yeah.
yeah,
PPR.
Uh, Clyde
He's
having
looking good.
having good games.
He's looking like kind of like their answer offensively for losing Tyreek Hill. Not that he is Tyreek Hill, but they're just kind of leaning on him more, which is kind of the question before the season. Like, what's this offense going to look like without Tyreek? Are they going to lean more on Clyde? Or are they going to throw more to like Juju? Or are they going to try to replace him with someone else? And it's kind of looking like Clyde's getting a lot of work and doing well with it.
Yeah. He was a player that I've kind of ignored. I never really said much about him, but definitely should be on your radar. Uh, I mean,
Yeah.
he's ranked 4 in standard leagues and PPR leagues.
See, like that like eats me up inside because I was one that like I bought into him last year after like not his rookie year but sophomore year. I spent like either like I think a second round pick on him and it just kind of didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to. I thought I was really going to take a step forward in that second year and he just kind of didn't play as well as I had hoped. So I've always kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But he's definitely proven himself this year.
He must not do well under pressure because I feel like that season he had a lot of pressure to like live up to those expectations being in that offense. And then when he
Yeah, I
disappointed
kind of
everyone, he's like, "Oh, no one's paying attention to me anymore. I can now do my
now
thing."
I can do well.
they also
It just seemed
brought
like
in
such
a
like a
rookie
home run.
behind him,
Yeah,
so maybe that lit a
Mm-hmm.
fire under him.
True. Pacheco, Pacheco,
Pacheco.
Pacheco, Pacheco, Pacheco. Uh, he had a pretty okay game for 11 carries. 11 carries, 63 yards, pretty decent. Dynasty. Um, any other big games we want to talk about? Anything like crazy happen? Bills beat the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't think Gabriel Davis has done much after his week 1.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I want to highlight something here from this game. We don't have the answers, right? But
of
neither do
course.
the experts.
Yeah.
I saw multiple articles. I think it was NFL Network or a video, and they were like highlighting the Ravens Bills game as this game is fantasy gold. There's going to be so many points put on the board, and I'm like, these are two teams with good defenses. It's like I kind of disagree. And I mean, look at like they were saying like Stephon Diggs is a must start, which of course he is. But like they're like he's gonna score so many points. Look at the stat line: 4 catches for 62 yards.
See, it's curious why they would say it about that game and not like about the Bucks and the Chiefs. I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying.
that game's a fantasy gold mine.
What that's what I'm saying. They're claiming this was going to be. They were literally leading their listeners to believe this game is the game. You got players on both sides of this. Like you have Bills players, you have Ravens players. You play them all because this is going to be crazy game. Score so many points. And I'm like, I don't buy this. I don't buy what you're selling me here.
To be fair, the Ravens' defense was pretty terrible. They
Was it?
actually
Okay.
played not too bad this week. But yeah, I mean, it was. I think it was rainy too there. Um, so I don't know how much that affected it, but
It
yeah, I
probably
mean,
had a little bit of
I,
an effect, I would think.
yeah, I would think the Bucks and Chiefs where it was like that was the one that they should have said, the big game.
What happened with the Giants and Bears, Connor? We already kind of talked about it a little bit, but like I know you watched that game. Was
Yeah,
it any less? It was probably painful, right? Was it painful?
yeah, I mean, not much happening on like either end. Sloppy game. Saquon had some good runs. Um, but yeah, I mean, kind of the same old for the Bears.
Yeah,
Um,
that's rough. Saquon's looking like a first rounder next year. Like he's reestablished himself as tier one.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
a player that I want. Connor, at what point do you turn off the TV?
That's a really good question.
never.
Never.
That's a real fan.
Yeah,
I like that.
I,
Are you are you into like inflicting self pain or anything like
I think
that?
at this point it's pretty clear that it's a yes. I know, I know. Once we win that Super Bowl, it's gonna feel so much better because I went through all this. That's what
Mm-hmm.
keeps me in it. You know,
Have,
it'll be 50 years from now,
it
but like it'll have.
it can only get as high as your lows, right?
Yeah,
If
right?
that makes sense.
Have you ever tried any like rituals or anything like that? Anything to try to give us a good juju?
I try to get my girlfriend to wear my Mitchell Trubisky jersey, and that
Okay.
sometimes helps.
Does
Um,
it? Okay.
yeah, she doesn't
I'd
like
like you.
wearing it, but
I'd
Did
like
she
you to
do it for
start
this
like.
game?
no, no.
Okay.
So
Mm, you got to start collecting data on this.
she
Like
she did it.
what at what percentage
She
does
did
this
it
cause wins?
early in the Packers game, and we were doing well.
Oh,
She took it off,
okay.
but
We might have something here.
Yeah.
All of Chicago might be sending you letters soon
yep,
about
yep,
this jersey.
yeah.
Yo,
If you
I
just send the money in, I think she'll wear it. So I'll have to put my Venmo out.
You have any superstitions, Matt?
um yes, I have one superstition, and it's watching the Packers with my family.
Do they win or
And
lose?
so here's the thing. I tend to watch playoff games with the Packers with my family. Those are the only games that I watch. And as you know, we've had horrible luck in the playoffs ever
Oh
since
yeah.
that Super Bowl run. Which, by the way, that year that we won the Super Bowl, my house got robbed. The exact day it
Mhm.
happened.
You can't get too lucky.
No, no, they,
Life will
they had
find
to
a way.
they had to bring us down back to earth, or me at least. So ever since that happened, we just lose every playoff game that I watch with my parents. Um, I was with my parents this past weekend. It's the first like regular season game I'm watching with them in a while. Um, I thought this game should have been a blowout, but as you can see, it went to overtime, and we almost
hmm
lost to some guy named Zappy.
Yep. the third string Zappy.
And in
He
the
looked pretty
moment,
good.
he looked solid. In the moment, I really thought that my parents were a curse, that my family was a curse. I really thought that I can't watch Packers games with them ever again. But we won. It's okay. Maybe the curse is broken now.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's only a playoff curse. I don't know. I still have to do some analysis on that.
Are you watching it with them next week?
No, I won't be.
Okay. I was gonna say that would be a true test because you're playing the Giants. I think it's a London game. It's just 9:30.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen in these London games. I feel like anything can happen. I mean, New York's closer to London than Green Bay is, so maybe
So they've got a home game.
kind of.
It's away.
They don't have to adjust their sleep schedule as much, I guess.
I'm trying to think if I have any like superstitions, but I don't think I really do. I used to wear a jersey like every single game, but if you wear a jersey every single game, the correlation's not there. We're not winning every single game, but it has to help, right? It has to help. I can't think of any superstitions, although I'm gonna start trying some stuff and taking this data down so I can figure out what works.
I'm pretty sure we've lost every game I won a cheesehead in, or wore a cheesehead. I don't wear it too often, but I feel like we always lose whenever I wear it. So I don't know. No good superstitions.
I actually just thought of a superstition that isn't really a superstition, but more of like a coincidence that I might have to implement, and I don't want to implement. So every single Eagles game this year, I have missed like the first 5 minutes of like not at least 5 minutes of some part of the game. Like every single game, I feel like I'm late to. First week, I was at a shopping trip that went a little over. I had to watch it on my phone. It wasn't really working. It was like buffering. I missed the first quarter, like the first half of the first quarter. I can't really remember, but like that same thing happened with second week. Third week, I think was the night game, and I was like falling asleep, so I missed part of it. And then this last week, CBS wasn't loading the stream thing, so I was trying to get it on my laptop, and it wasn't working, so I missed the first part of the game. So maybe the trick is to just miss a part of the game every single week, like every week, and we'll just keep winning.
Yeah, I feel like generally whenever I like miss a game, I feel like we just do good.
Yeah.
But every game I watch, it's just like kind of rough.
There's something here. There's something here.
Definitely is.
Any other big takes? We're probably coming up on 45. We're probably over 45, right?
Yeah, I think we're around there. Yeah, any big takes? Any key takeaways that we haven't mentioned already?
Stay strong. Look at those standings. Look at that. Look at those points scored. Just stay strong, guys. That's my final statement. We should do hot takes though. We should look at next week. Pick some takes.
Yeah, let me see the schedule. Google doesn't want to work for the NFL schedule.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Might have to pull that sponsorship.
I don't know if it's a Google thing or something else.
I haven't heard from Matthew Berry yet, but he's busy. He's busy. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll get back to you.
He'll get back to this. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Cardinals over Eagles as my game for a hot take.
This might be a superstition. Connor said Jaguars over Eagles. Now you're saying Cardinals over Eagles. So one of you has to pick the other team that's not the Eagles every week.
Yeah, Cardinals kind of look trash this season. I won't lie, but
yeah. I was gonna say they need Hopkins back, but I don't even know if that would do it.
Nah, I feel like it wouldn't.
Let's see.
I think for my game, I might go Browns over Chargers. I don't know how hot that
Okay.
is, but
That's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
It's warm, in my
It's
opinion.
warm. It's warm. You're not burning your hand on it, but it's warm.
No,
Heat
because
it up
like
a little bit.
I feel like Chargers are disappointing this season.
Yeah.
pretty good game against
Um,
the Texans last week. So
yeah. I think with my hot take for the game, I think I'll also say if Rondale Moore is playing, I think he's going to score 2 touchdowns.
Right stem.
Make sure he's on track to play.
I'm gonna do this pick just for fun. Steelers over Bills. I'm gonna write that down. Kenny Pickett's gonna come out here first start, and it's gonna be just back and forth, crazy game. Just like when Herbert got his first start for the Chargers. It's gonna be like that. That's my prediction.
I hope so, but I feel like it's going to be a bloodbath.
I think so too. And truthfully, I think that. But I'm gonna go with Steelers over Bills. That'll be my pick. Player that's gonna go off.
for the Browns, I'm going to say Jacoby Brissett, top 5 QB finish.
Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna say Terry McLaurin will have the wide receiver number 1 finish this week against the Titans.
Wait, was that your game too, Kyle?
No, my game was Steelers over Bills.
Oh, Steelers. Right.
Did you say a game, Matt?
Yeah, I said Cardinals
What was-
over Eagles.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'll put hot sauce on it.
You put hot sauce on that?
Yeah, I'll put some hot sauce on it.
I gotta get some hot sauce. I'm gonna bring a little like container. I gotta get some hot sauce or something. Bring it over here for these takes. I would take some.
I'll send you some.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't curse you guys.
Didn't work last
Like I did
week
Well,
for
the
me.
Bengals won.
Whoa, what's that, Connor?
Said it didn't work last week for me when I picked against the Eagles. So
Oh, right.
Not worried about it. And because I said that, I should be worried about it.
You should be very worried.
Should be a really fun game though.
Hope so. I mean, I never know what the Cardinals are gonna do.
The last time we played the Cardinals, it was when Hurts like first became the starter. And I remember like Kyler Murray and Hurts both had like really good games. Like it was the first like game that Hurts looked like really good. And it was just a really fun game to watch. So we probably won't get to that level of entertainment again. It might be more one-sided Eagles way, but it might be a fun one. Might be more fun than what people are expecting it to be.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think that wraps it up. Unless anyone else has anything else to say.
I'll say start every Eagle, every single one. Start them all. Start every single one. I'm looking at the Cardinals' last 5 defensively. They've allowed 16, 20, 23, 23, 44, and 26 points. And you got the red hot Eagles coming in. So I'm going to say start everyone. Start every single person on the Eagles. All of them.
They all get at least 15 points.
Start Minshew. I just cursed Hurts to get hurt right there. What am I doing? Start them all. Start everyone.
That's a hot take. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Miles Sanders, and Dallas Goedert all get at least 15 points.
I love that. Start them all. I'll write that down. 15 plus. It's a good episode. Shorter one. We're getting better at our pacing here. Hopefully it's more watchable.
We're figuring it out. Eventually we'll have production value where we can have some iCarly music come in at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get so good. We're going to get these episodes down to 5 minutes. It's going to be crazy. We're going to get all this information into 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's just going to turn into like Connor scrolling through the games, and then we're just like having our thumbs and we're just doing...
So we do an episode like that where we just point at a player. That's all you need. Might not make the best like podcast like you put on in the car.
No, but we're just straight to the point.
Yeah.
Instead of a thumbs up and down, just yell good, bad, 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 good, good.
Good. Bad, bad, good, good, bad, bad, good. We'll have to get an order in place too. So we start with the same player every time. So you learn the code. Like, okay, the first one is this player. The second one is this one. And this. Good, 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 bad, 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 good, bad, good. Make this sound like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, that's what the people want.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good luck this week in fantasy, as always.
Best of luck. Wins are coming around. Wins are coming around the board. I don't think I'm playing either of you. We're all winning this week. Everyone that listens to this podcast is winning this week. Guaranteed.
That's going to be weird if everyone in our league listens to this podcast. I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, everyone's going to win.
Everyone that listens to this will win. The only podcast that can guarantee that.
Yeah, I don't know. Our views seem pretty low, so I think some people in our league are slacking in terms of listening to our podcast.
I think so too.
If you're listening to this podcast, put a comment down below and then let us know if you won or not this week. All right. Well, good luck, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a great week.
See you.